Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 13th. Yep, March 13th. And it's time for our quote of the day. I remembered early. I was going to go for my walk. Can't go for my walk just yet. We had freezing rain last night, and then it had this morning we had some snow. So it's kind of iffy out there. I'm hoping that in a couple hours, because the sun has come out. The sun has come out today. So I'm hoping it'll melt it a little bit so I can walk a little bit later on in the day. I don't really like walking in the house, and I definitely don't like doing the exercise or the walking videos on TV. I have tried them more than once. It just doesn't work. But anyway, my quote is, "The road may be bumpy, but stay committed to the process." My weekends are bumpy, 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 bumpy. And, you know, I was fine yesterday. Last night after I closed my video, I was getting a little hungry, and I had a quarter cup of almonds and another glass of water. And that last glass of water was just enough to set me over the edge to have to get up a lot last night. But it was worth it. I had some really weird dreams. I dreamt that I was in a... I know this has nothing to do with the quote, but I was going to share it with you anyway. I always remember my dreams. I guess I'm one of the rare people that I remember my dreams. But I dreamt that I was in a food line with my sister Mary, and we were just mostly getting pasta. And she wanted corn. And I said, "No, we can't get corn because it costs extra." And she says, "No, I'm going to put some on the plate," because the cashier had walked away for a minute. So she put this big scoop of corn on the plate, and then she covered it with the noodles. And then when we got to the carry-out counter, you know, like to pay for it, the checkout counter, the man said, who looked a lot like Steve Buscemi. I don't know why. I was dreaming of Steve Buscemi, but he looked just like Steve Buscemi. He said, "You know what, you have to pay for the corn." No, wait a minute, he didn't say that first. First of all, he looked at my plate, and then he took a scoop of a corn over in the side, and he tasted it, and then he took a taste of my spaghetti, and he said, "You're trying to sneak corn." And I go, "What?" He says, "That's against the law." And I go, "You didn't even give me a chance to tell you I had corn on my plate." Because I am so honest, I was going to tell him that I had corn on my plate. And then all the people in line kept yelling at me saying, "It's not fair, it's not fair, just because she said it." And then I woke up. Explain that dream to me, because I can't figure it out. It must be something, maybe it's lottery related, that I can pick a number. No, anyway. But anyway, back to our quote, because I've gone off again. The road may be bumpy, but stay committed to the process. We're all going to reach little plateaus in our life where we're going to, like with our weight, we're going to stay the same. You can have a bad weekend and put 2 or 3 pounds on. I make a point of not weighing myself, especially after I've had a bad weekend, because you can very easily put 3, 4, 5 pounds on, easily. And I think psychologically that would throw me off if I was to get on the scale on Monday, even though I knew I was bad on Saturday and Sunday, and knew it would be a gain. If I could see the gain, and then it just throws me for a loop. So I just know that I did poorly and figure that I got 5 days to turn it around. And it was a bumpy weekend, but, you know, smooth sailing ahead the rest of the week, because that's my plan, just to stay on track. And when I weigh in on... I kind of have a feeling when I get dressed on Saturdays, I kind of think, you know, how is it I'm going? But when I get home from my meeting, I don't know why I do this, but when I get home from my meeting, I get on the scale to see if my scale matches their scale. And it pretty much does. It's like within a quarter pound. I mean, it's never really way, way off. So if I ever really wanted to see how I was doing, I could look. But you have to know yourself. And I know that that would be a trigger for me to just say, you know, what the heck, you went off this weekend, you're already gained, you might as well just eat what you want this week, and then let's start again next week. No, that's going deliberately down a bumpy road. You know, like when you're driving, here in Michigan, we have so many potholes and so many bad roads. You just know what roads are bad, and you try to avoid them. I know that the one road I take you guys on all the time is bumpy, but it's the way out of my subdivision, so I have to go on that road. There's not an alternate road that I can use, so I have to use that particular road. And it's bumpy for a while, but then I know I'm going to have a smooth sailing afterwards. So sometimes just remember that it might be a little bumpy, but just fasten your seatbelt, figure out your plan, go where you want to go, and go where you want to go. Do what you want to do within reason. Within reason. So, Just remember that the road may be bumpy, but you stay committed to the process. If you stay committed to the process, that bumpy road's going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be in your rear view mirror, and you're going to look and you're going to see it was behind you, and you're going to know that it's smooth sailing ahead. So hopefully that helps you guys. I'll see you guys on my daily vlog. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.